Okay, so this program here is going to show us some of the things that are built into Python that let us do things with strings. Remember, string is the term that we use for text. So we've got them to enter where they are from. We've put it in a variable called name, because the name of the place, and it's then doing different operations to it. So it will print it as it should be, and it'll do each one of these. So we'll run it, we'll have a look at what it does, and then we'll come back and look at the code. So if I press run, where are you from? Obviously Scotland. And it's displayed Scotland and some information in various different ways. Let's try and get the code alongside the output as best we can. Line up perfectly. So we've got the first line, where are you from? I typed Scotland. It's then printed what I typed in, so that's just it. Printed again there. Name.upper and then two brackets converts all the characters to uppercase, so it comes in block capitals. And then .lower does the exact opposite, so I did have a capital S when I typed it in, and it does that there. Capitalize, if I had typed it in without the capital S, it would have put that there, the capital S at the beginning. So if somebody's typing in a name and then they don't put the capital at the beginning, it will fix that. Count. Name.count 0, and it's giving us how many times 0, or sorry, not 0, O appears. So it counts that there, and it happens once. Again, if we run it again, we'll type in something else and see if the count comes differently. 2, this is the index of O. So O is the third letter in the word, and the index that is returned is 2. And the reason for that is computers start counting at 0. So the index of S is 0, the index of C is 1, the index of O is 2. And that's what's returned. Print name, and we then put square brackets, starting at position 0, which is the S, and going to position 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A is 5. And we can see it goes along, it doesn't display the A. So what it's doing is it's cutting up the word, starting at position 0, ending at position 5, and it's not including what happens after there. In fact, let's just change that to 4 right now. And if we run it again, let's click in here. We can see it's gone back 1. So let's bring up the code again. And finally, replace this character with this character, and that's what it's done. It's replaced it in there. So you can manipulate the strings in various different ways. How could we use this? What would be good is if I change this program now, and I'm going to ask them to type in their name. But I'm going to ask them to type in what is your full name. So they can type in their first name followed by their second name. I am then going to store in a variable called index. .index. And I'm going to find out the spaces. So that is going to store it inside this with spaces. I can now, I'm not going to finish the program, I'm going to do part of the program, run it, and we can see where we're at. Let's have another variable called first name, and we're going to set it equal to name, and not the whole name, but start at 0 for the beginning, and then we're going to go on to index, and it should include index. I'm going to output your first name is. So the computer is going to work out where the space is, going to cut off the first part of the name, store it in the variable, and then display that on the screen. Let's run it and see what happens. Full screen. What is your full name? Your first name is Fred. So it's found out the location of the space. It's counted along, cut that off. Now let's try and do the rest. So to work out the second name, I'm going to have to cut from the space along to the end. We don't know how long the name is though, so the first thing I need to know is what is the length of the full name. And I use a function called len. I'm going to lay it out a little bit differently to previous functions we used. So that's going to find how many characters there are in name and store it in length. We now need to store the second name, and we are going to count using the square bracket. We're going to start at index, which is where the space is, and we're going to go along to the end of the name, which is length. And finally, let's copy and paste this under here and change this to second name. And we should change the variable name as well. Let's save this and run this. I think we might need to adjust this slightly. Let's see what happens. Now, it's worked out the first name perfectly. If you have a look at this though, there's two spaces, so it's including the space when it cuts it off and it goes along to the end. So to adjust that, we don't want to start at index. We want to start at index +1. Let's save it and run it again. And it's worked out perfectly. So using different string functions, we can get information in and then we can manipulate the string to get different pieces of information out of that and perform operations on it. Another useful thing for the length function, if we need to work out the length of a password, if it had to have a minimum length, so we can count the number of characters, and then if it's not long enough, it'll throw up an error message.